Welcome to our first COVID-19 Niagara update on your TV. You're used to The Source bringing you coverage of local events across the region. Today we change focus with The Source concentrating solely on the COVID-19 situation in Niagara. From our Niagara Falls studio, we'll check in with government officials, community leaders, and everyday citizens, all of whom are dealing with the impact of the virus. Please stay tuned. We're back at The Source with a COVID-19 update for Niagara. My name is Mike Balsam. Joining me on the line, Debbie Zimmerman of the Grape Growers of Ontario. Welcome, Deb.
Good morning, Mike.
Now, Deb, some uncertain times for the grape growers, for the farmers here in the Niagara area, as well as the wineries, because we don't know what is happening. We are awaiting some announcements as of airtime. The federal government perhaps announcing a stimulus package maybe later on today, and sometime this week an announcement about how the border is going to run, and there's speculation that both Canada and the US is going to limit travel. How will that affect your members?
Well, first of all, I think everyone is pulling together across the country because we know the seriousness of this threat of this virus to the health of our population. And that can't be at all understated. And so I want to thank everyone. I've just seen an amazing amount of support for everybody where people can help and where of course, our healthcare system is stretched to the limit, but you're seeing people going well beyond. And I just want to know that as growers, we recognize that and are always willing to help. And, you'll find that growers are usually, like many sectors of the community, willing to help. And so we're offering that as well, saying, if we can help, we're always willing to help. And we are working with the Government of Canada and Ontario as we're looking at what potentially could be a struggle to bring in our farm labor from offshore, which is a huge part of our communities at this time of the year. So
this is a crucial time to have them out in the vineyards right now. Absolutely.
And it's tender fruit, apple, it's our vineyards, it's our seasonal workers, so many part of our food chain. And so it's absolutely necessary that we have this workforce to help us right now. The other flip side of that, and of course for growers, we will, like every other organization, we will do our best to manage, but we're certainly looking at how this current situation is going to threaten the health of our industry going forward. And that's important because we're such a huge part of the fabric of Ontario, and our economic impact is huge. We have a strong green belt here, but you can't have a successful green belt without the success of the farming community.
When this whole COVID-19 scare began, most people were worried about the health effects, and underlying all of it is this long-term effect that it could have on the economy as a whole.
Well, we've already have a labor shortage in agriculture anyway. We have to fill those vacancies because we need them. We can't manage without additional support. So whether or not we're drawing from our communities or we're filling those vacancies with seasonal workers, it's necessary to keep the production going. So it is a huge concern, but we are working with the Government of Canada, and I want to thank, both Vance Vadaway and Chris Biddle, who've been, very attentive to this for assisting us, and Bill George, who is the chair of the Ontario Fruit and Vegetable Growers Association, former chair of our board, is working diligently with his government partners to assist, and that's representing all of the commodity groups across Ontario. It's important that we work together. That's the key here, that we don't try to function in isolation. We understand the government's under pressure and the community as well, and we'll work with that strategy going forward.
Thank you very much, Debbie, for your time today, and hopefully we'll be able to check in with you again in a few more days after we see how things shake down. Debbie Zimmerman, Grape Growers of Ontario. Thank you very much.